So Jay, we're in our salt and sand shed. We used to have more sand in here. Now we use more salt than sand, but I remember this isn't that old either. And all this used to sit outside in the weather, and at least now we can keep the salt and sand in here and keep it dry, and people can come in and load up. And again, I noticed the improvement in the lighting in here, which is really fantastic. That and the fact that these, when we walked in, these lights came on automatically. So, you know, not only are they better lighting than we had before, you know, they're being more efficient in two ways. One, they're LED, and then they are motion censored. So you want to just, I mean, how much salt do we? Salt's certainly gone up in price too, hasn't it?
Salt has gone up in
and sometimes you can't get it.
Yeah, so this building is actually probably the best building that we've got here in terms of what it's built to do and how it functions for us. There's plenty of capacity in here. It was built back when we were only using sand, and we used a lot more sand on the roads. Now that we're salt priority, we still obviously have a large cavernous space with which to put our salt. So there's probably about I don't know, 1,000 tons, maybe 1,200 tons of salt here behind me. At any given time, we may have upwards of 2,000, 2,500 tons of salt in here, which is about half of what we go through for a winter time.
Season,
so we sit in here, all the trucks get loaded up either in here or just outside it. Other departments that also use the materials, school department, Parks and Rec, will also come here to get it. Our contractors that we use also will get it here.
Sometimes you have to keep ahead because you can't always get salt on demand. And you know, I remember a few years ago, you know, it was like we had to go some distance to get it because it just wasn't available. So again, you know, people want, why do you have a space this big? You know, as you said, to store up enough salt that, you know, to go through you know, several storms, but also because you just got to have enough at times to get you through the winter in case you can't get any more.
Last year in particular, there were some supply chain issues of getting the salt, and significant delays from the time that it was ordered to when you got it. Most of the salt in this area is coming out of Portland, and they're trying to serve not only the state DOT, but also municipalities. So yeah, you can't just have enough for a particular storm. You've got to have enough supply on hand to last you a little bit. Also, again, you can't keep it outside. It has to be under cover. As soon as it gets wet, it develops a crust over the top that you need to break through. It doesn't go through the
spinners and the augers.
We use, depends on the size and duration of the storm, but we'll go through about 200, 250 tons in a storm. So we've got about probably 5 storms worth in here.
Jay, this mound here that looks like salt with something mixed in. Can you tell us, am I dreaming, or is there something mixed into this salt that is special?
So this is straight salt mixed with a magnesium chloride product called Magic -0. It lowers the effective temperature at which salt will melt ice. So we pre-mix it. We have this small pile compared to the larger straight salt pile. We pre-mix this for our contractor who doesn't have onboard wetting tanks.
Doesn't have the wetting tanks that we do. Okay, that makes sense.
So on our vehicles, as the salt's coming out onto the spinner, it's getting sprayed with this material.
With this stuff. And again, I think I talked about this inside when I was talking to Christian, but that's why the white salt, when you see it on the road, at times you're going to see this browner color because it's been sprayed with with that. And why does it smell like molasses?
Because there is molasses mixed in with the magnesium chloride.
Wow!
It's a sugar, so that helps to keep the increase the melting point at which it'll address the ice. So it's it gives it that brown color. It's in that very pungent molassesy smell.